I'm Michael Gross, Vice President Construction with Hines Canada. Hines is excited to present this innovative NetZed suite together with our Bayside residential partner Tridel. The Aqualina NetZed suite is emblematic of both Hines and Tridel's commitment to innovation in construction technologies and sustainability. Together with Tower Labs, we have developed this suite to test and prove technologies and features that will guide us in developing future projects with a higher level of sustainability. The information we gather from the NetZed suite will help us deliver better value to our customers and the whole community. At Hines, sustainability is an ongoing practice that fosters communities and cities around the world. It has been at the heart of the firm since mechanical engineer Gerald D. Hines founded the company in 1957. As we adapt and adjust to new technologies, understanding our impact on the environment and communities becomes increasingly important. Over the decades, we have partnered with leading manufacturers, universities, and engineers to pioneer new approaches and technologies that elevate the efficiency and value of every building and every investment. And that's no different with Tridel on this project. Our goal is to honor the significance of Bayside's beautiful lakefront location with architecture of distinction, quality, and lasting value. And sustainability is a key part of that goal. Bayside is a part of Toronto's first LEED Gold neighborhood, achieved through a Stage 1 pilot certification led by Waterfront Toronto. As the first residential component of the Bayside mixed-use master plan development, Aqualina is designed for the current and future needs of the community, with a focus on efficiency, sustainability, and resilience. In addition to featuring this NetZed suite, Aqualina is pursuing LEED Platinum certification. Tridel has established a reputation as Canada's leading sustainability-focused residential developer. This commitment to responsible development is shared by Hines, who is among the early supporters of the LEED program in North America. In addition to the Bayside community with its focus on sustainability, Hines Canada developed the country's first LEED Platinum high-rise office building, 8th Avenue Place in Calgary. Underdeveloped now is CIBC Square in Toronto, which is designed to reflect a new international standard for office buildings with the goal of achieving both LEED Platinum and WELL certifications.
Hi, my name is Adrian Wang. I'm the Director of Innovation and Sustainability here at Tridel, and we're here today to talk about the NetZed suite. So what is the NetZed and what does it stand for? The NetZed is an acronym that stands for Net Zero Energy Dwelling Unit. And what that means is that all the electricity and energy that's consumed within the suite, what's used for heating and cooling, turning the lights on, plug loads, cooking and cleaning, for example, all that's produced by the solar PV panels up on the roof. So one of the ways in which we're able to achieve a net zero building is by starting at the envelope of the building. And what that means for us is that we need to look at the window wall systems we're using. So over here at the NetZed suite, we use triple pane, double argon filled, low E coated windows. And that translates into about 50% better thermal insulation than a typical double pane window wall system. The window screens used here are specially sourced and they're made of polyethylene, recycled, and they're toxic free as well. And what's unique about these window screens is that they've got micro pores in which prevent water molecules from coming into the suite. So for example, when it's raining outside, you can actually leave the windows wide open and you won't have the risk of flooding your unit. What we found after building so many LEED certified buildings was that a lot of energy was being lost through the balcony slabs, because when you look at a standard building with balcony slabs projecting off the face of the building, it reminds you of a cooling fin. And what happens in the winter is that all the heat that's being generated to heat up that space is simply radiated off those balcony slabs. So here we put in thermal breaks right in the concrete itself that separate the balcony outdoor living space from the indoor space, and that prevents a lot of the heat loss. The last thing that's worth mentioning here about the envelope systems is the vapor barrier that we use behind the drywall that you can't see. So the industry norm is to always put the vapor retarder on the warm side of the building. So in northern climate like Toronto, for example, that's always on the inside face. And while that's great in wintertime conditions to prevent any moisture or humidity from finding itself inside the stud cavity and wetting the surface of the insulation, it doesn't perform so well in the summer when you've got a reversal of that temperature conditions. Because right now, for example, it's more hot and humid outside the suite. So what's special about these vapor retarders is that the permeability of that vapor barrier actually opens up in the summertime. So it's more permeable in the summer than it is in the winter. And so if any moisture does find itself inside that stud cavity, it's allowed to simply evaporate and wick itself off. So the next step after looking at the envelope of our building was to look at HVAC. So here, because everything's supplied through electricity through the solar panels on the roof, we use refrigerant systems, meaning heat pumps. In addition to just being heat pumps, It's actually called VRF, and that allows for transferal of heating and cooling in different spaces of the building. So for example, on the southern face, where you have a lot more heating loads or cooling loads, you can transfer that heating load to the north face, where it's actually required. For ventilation, we use ERVs, which stands for enthalpy recovery ventilators. And that is a step up above heat recovery systems because it has a polymer core, and that allows for latent as well as sensible heat recovery. And that's especially important in wintertime conditions where you've got a lot of loss of humidity through dry conditions outside, and you retain that instead inside the unit, which is better for your finishes and your woodwork. The other thing that bears mentioning in this unit are the plumbing fixtures that we've used here. They're all low flow fixtures. And also what's special about the washer dryers that we've used in here is that the dryers are all operating off heat pump technology, and it's much more energy efficient than an electric dryer. So what's also unique about this unit are the electrical systems that we installed within the suite. So in this suite, not only will we find one electrical panel, but there's two. One supplies you with normal power, while the other supplies you with emergency power. Within this unit, if there's ever a brownout or a blackout where the power is knocked off the grid, you will still have electricity being supplied to certain plug loads and lighting loads and some appliances. So the last and perhaps biggest consideration for us in building a net zero unit was looking at how we can promote behavioral changes within the suite homeowner. So here we installed meters across every single plug load, and that allows for the resident to actually in real time figure out how much electricity they're consuming and how they can modify their behavior to reduce their energy consumption as well as their carbon footprint. In terms of home automation, we've gave them a lot of control over their shading and their lighting, for example, that allows them again to reduce their energy consumption within the suite, but also to give them more user comfort. So for example, we set up various scenes and schedules so that if you were watching a movie, for example, you could lower your shades and the lights would dim down, and vice versa in the morning if you're waking up, the shades would gradually roll up while the lights would gradually come on.
My name is Jamie James. I'm a partner with the Green Soil Building Innovation Fund, and I'm a founder of Tower Labs. Tower Labs is a nonprofit organization that was founded with Tridel to create a platform for piloting and demonstrating green building technologies. So what NetZed means for the future of condominium construction is that now there are some additional choices, and we have pioneered one of those approaches for providing net zero homes in the high-rise market. What the impact of that will be longer term, though, is really going to depend on how the market responds to it. We want, obviously, to see a lot of interest from the market, and if there is, that will stimulate demand for more of these types of homes.
Hi, I'm Stella Salvador, and I'm Principal Interior Designer at Tridel, and we're here to talk about the NetZed suite at Aqualina. We've incorporated design-forward features, sustainability features, in creating a light and airy concept suite. We've also taken the concept of hygge, which is a Danish term, and it's a term that refers to contentment and wellness in your home. In the kitchen, we have some connectivity features between our Miele induction cooktop and our hood fan. The benefit of having the hood fan and the cooktop communicate with one another is that there's an automatic feature of turning on the lights and the fan, and then there's that adjustability that you don't have to worry about as you're cooking. So it'll adjust and get stronger or less strong depending on the amount of steam that's being emitted. Now we also have a speed oven here, which essentially acts as a second oven, but also has a feature of microwave for those that wish to use that. We have a refrigerator that's fully integrated, meaning there's a panel at the front and it actually is discreetly placed into the kitchen. You would never even know that there's a refrigerator there. It looks like part of the cabinetry. The counters and backsplash in our kitchen are Caesar stone quartz, which is a material that is Green Guard certified and in some cases is even more durable than granite, requires no sealing, ease of maintenance, and looks fabulous. The flooring throughout is a locally sourced oak, and it's in a very light color, which is very on trend right now. We have an electric fireplace in the living room, very condo friendly, saves space, emits very low heat, and no carbon monoxide. In the master ensuite, we have what's called a curbless shower. The shower floor continues right from the room entry, right all the way into the shower. There is no curb, there's nothing to step over. As you go into the den, we have another wall treatment in there, which is a recycled wood. It's a pretty easy to install linear plank format and just gives a sense of texture as it's a three-dimensional type of application. The black metal and glass divider in the den just aids to expanding the width of the corridor. It also allows for the light to come in through the windows in the den into the main part of the space. In all our closets, we've incorporated closet organizers. It's just the best way to make the most use of your space. And it doesn't matter if it's a linear reach-in type of closet or if it's a walk-in type of closet. It's just the way to get the most value for your space. From the sofa in the living room, to the mattresses in the bedrooms, to the duvet covers, to the nightstands that are locally sourced, all these items were selected to contribute to the feeling of hygge that we wanted for this suite.